over to our website for one of your properties. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome, man. How's your day going?
It's going well, man. How's your day?
Boom, meet and greet. Simple as that. Then we're gonna go in to build a relationship. Man, I'm glad you're having a good day. Hey, what part of town are you staying at?
I'm in Houston.
You're in Houston. Awesome, man. So don't tell me that you're a Texans fan. Are you a Texans fan?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Jacob,
sir.
I can't be friends with you, man, because I'm a massive diehard Cowboy fan. I'm about to hang up the phone. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, I'm glad you're having a good day. The Texans are definitely coming up. You know, they got some draft picks coming. How's the weather in Houston? Is it good?
It's hot, man. It's hot.
Yeah, super, super hot. I totally get it, man. Well, listen, I really appreciate you reaching out to us and having that confidence to send your property over. I'm glad you're having a good day. So now, boom, we build a relationship. Guys, these are micro relationships, okay? Micro. Quick, fast, like just build a little bit of rapport. Once we do that, then we go into fact finding. Hey, Jacob, look, I know you want to sell the property. I really appreciate you reaching out to us. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to ask you a few quick questions about the property so I can understand your situations. Hey, how many beds and baths is it?
It's a 3-2.
It's a 3-2? Awesome. And Jacob, if you had to put $30,000 into the property, what would you do to the property today if I gave you $30,000?
Yeah, I'd probably update the bathrooms, maybe some kitchen appliances, maybe try and get some granite countertops.
Besides those updates and doing those corrections to the house, is there anything else that you feel like maybe is causing some issues with the property? Like how's the foundation? How's the roof? How's the plumbing? How's the major items of the property?
Foundation's good. The shower sometimes goes out every so often. We've had some people come out and look at it. The plumbing's good. It's just I guess something with the water system. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. So I found, condition of the property. Me personally, I feel like we put sometimes sellers on a defensive posture.
Too aggressive, right?
Too aggressive, right? Because it's like, remember, for them, it's an emotional connection. And so I'm like, hey, Mr. Seller, what's fucked up about your house?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, so if we reframe it and we say, hey, listen, if I gave you a $30,000 check today, what would you do to the house?
So there's a way of asking it without asking.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then they say, well, I'll do this and this. Awesome. What if I gave you another check? What would you do? Because there's always something they're going to leave out. So now that we fact find, now we want to go into building value. And this is going to be all about your company. So it'd be like, hey, Jacob, listen, I really appreciate all the information about the house. Thank you for telling me that. I have a really clear idea now kind of what's going on. Look, here's the deal with Freedom Hawk Equity. We like to make it easy and convenient for you. Now, the good news is we're not a one-trick pony. Okay, we can do multiple things, and our job is to get you to the closing table. I can't exchange value and give you value until I get you closed out. Does that make sense? So when you're dealing with us, our number one job is to get you paid. So you want your company to be flying up here and everybody else in their eyes be down here, okay? What do most acquisition people do? Like, what do they say? Fact finding.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Fact finding.
And they stuck there forever.
Yeah, and they don't even really build value.
Never ever
Fact find, close.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do it? Okay, great. Yeah. How much money you want? It's like,
And then we're like,
30 seconds of that.
yeah, you know what I mean? And by the way, we've all done it. I've had the same issue, but guys, like to beat our competition, dude, all we got to do is just go through this process and put most of our energy with these two, relationship and build value. And by the way, that's where Jacob is really, really good at. He's really good at building the relationships, and he's really good about building value. He'll talk to somebody for a freaking hour, dude. Now, it's not just like talking to the wrong person about stupid shit. Like, it's not like, he's a therapist. But his thing is like, but sometimes you are. If it's a deal. If it's a deal. Bro, counselor, therapist, marriage counselor, personal trainer, you're everything, bro. Dude, yeah. You got to do whatever you got to do. But we do that when we know we got ourselves a deal. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure.
Now, I love to do a trial close. I call this getting a temperature. I want to know the temperature of the seller. It's really, really important. So for me, my sales style is like once I have a temperature, I can kind of adapt a lot of my action towards the person. So, hey, Jacob, listen. I can't promise anything, but if we were able to agree and get the numbers that you feel comfortable with and obviously accommodate the timeline and accomplish your goals, would you be ready to do business today?
Yes.
Great. All right, we're on the same page, Jacob. Like my job is to make sure we work together so we can build that relationship and get you paid and get you closed out as fast as possible. So now I know that at least I have someone willing to play ball. Guys, sometimes like we know if you do a trial close, they're like, well, I ain't trying to close in 6 months. Well, all right, fuck. Then I can go a little bit deeper and ask them another question to see what is that about. So I always like to do a trial close to get a temperature. Are they medium rare? Are they rare? Are they well done? Like, I want to know exactly where they are, because when I go in for a close, my energy is going to be completely tied into where they are. I want to be a chameleon, okay? And so, like, dude, there's times with sellers, I'll be really, really firm. If someone just walked in and heard the conversation, they'd be like, this guy, he's freaking yelling at a seller, you know? But no, that's what they need. And then if there's some sellers, they need me to be a certain way, I'm going to adapt my personality to them so I can get them closed out. A chameleon, right? So this right here, getting the temperature, okay? So now when you go in for the close, now you're lined up and ready to go, and you have all your pieces in a row, and then we want to keep the vision on top of mind. So you got to understand the people's pain points. Most people get too hung up on pain points though. And then you get stuck in the pain and you can't move the seller forward, right? Sometimes we talk too much. Yeah, you're in foreclosure. Oh my God. And then we're talking for 45 minutes about how, you know, they're about to lose their house, and then their energy drops. And what's crazy about those sellers, it's not even about us. They're not even trying to block our deal. They just don't believe in themselves. We have to be super mindful, very careful about staying in their mess for too long, because they'll get stuck there. Okay, so always keep the vision and the gain top of mind.
And I don't know, like you guys personally, but I know some other wholesalers, I feel like they don't really focus in on that trial close. Because I mean, if you don't have a temperature on them and you don't know like if they're gonna either sign today or next week, you know, what their temperature is, you don't really have an idea of what deal you...
That's so true.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people just get lost in the whole process of figuring out, is this a deal, is this not a deal, bedrooms, bathrooms, condition, and then they'll get distracted of, oh, all this pain, all this, and then they'll end the call and not even do a trial.
That's right. In this business, we're in the situational business. Like, everything is context-based in our business, right? We're dealing with people's situations, their emotions, their motivation. And so obviously real estate's the asset, but the more we understand their context and their situation, the more money we make. If you even want to look at it from a service perspective, we actually provide better service when we understand their situation. Really what it is it's not having a beginner's mind. So what happens is what we do as people is we want to predict everything. Like, so say for example, I'm a shoe salesman and Christian comes in and I sell him a pair of shoes and I make $100 commission. I'm like, oh, that was a good deal. Now my brain thinks that something about Christian made me $100. So now I'm going to disqualify people that aren't Christian, right? So what we do as sales guys, right? And then I have another guy who walks in. I go, wait a minute, motherfucker looks like Christian. Hey, man. And then he's not even a deal. That's what we do as salespeople. We do that. What we do is we try to take the previous data from a deal and we carry it with us. We don't treat every lead as a new opportunity. What we do is like we try to start predicting and taking shortcuts.
It's like the saying in the car business where they'll say, the less you know, the better you sell.
Dude, it's true.
Right.
Empty mind, bro. Because what happens is, guys, when you do that, you see more information. You're having actually more of an accurate perspective, but you're still using your skill set. So the reason why new salespeople typically do really, really fucking good, because they have a fucking open mind. And they just stumble in the deals. You know what I mean? Dude, I had when I was it's crazy. When I was a personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness, my first sell was Laura and Jeff Brewer. And they both bought $2,000 training packages. So $4,000, okay? I was brand new, first day on the floor. Saturday morning, Laura walks in sweatpants, baggy t-shirt with like spaghetti sauce on it. Like, looks like she just woke up out of bed. I was so dumb, I didn't know shit. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Can I take you through a workout? And all the other trainers were like, it's a waste of fucking time. It's stupid. That's dumb. I was so dumb. No, I didn't know. I'm like, oh, what? Dude, $2,000 training package. They were fucking executives at an oil and gas company. Yeah, they didn't drive a Lambo because they didn't want one. But dude, they had a shitload of money. She goes, you know what? My husband needs this. No bullshit. All my life, this is true. Calls her, Jeff comes